Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Claire and I put out videos about luxury bags and accessories. So if that is your thing, please click on the subscribe button, hit the notification bell and you'll know when I upload a new video. So in this video today I'm going to be doing an unboxing, and there is a bit of a story, but the story isn't yet complete. So this is going to be the unboxing part 1, and then hopefully once everything is resolved, and it will all become clear as I talk in the video, there will be a part 2. Now I did wonder about whether I should film this video now, whether I should wait until everything is completed regarding this item. However, I thought that I don't really know when that will be. I'm not quite sure of timescales, so I thought let's just film the video, show you what I've got, tell you the story, and then hopefully, as I say, there will be a part 2 to come in the future. It is an unboxing of a Fendi item, which I'm sure you will see by the thumbnail. I decided just before Christmas to take a little trip to Harrods, and I did a bit of shopping for myself and some Christmas shopping. Now the reason I decided to do this is that it is my birthday in December, and any of you with a Harrods reward card will know that during your birthday week Harrods offer you double points. So anything you spend in Harrods you get double points. My birthday does fall in Christmas week, so it was a very busy time to go to Harrods. Maybe not the quietest of times to go, but obviously if I wanted those double points I had to go during that week. So I did. I had a lovely day, and I did do quite a bit of Christmas shopping, and I did some Fendi shopping for myself. I also picked the day as one of my 10% off days that you get again with your Harrods reward card. Obviously I don't get 10% off Fendi. The 10% doesn't work on the super brands, but I certainly got my 10% off lots of other departments. I got some cosmetics from NARS. I got Christmas gifts from the White Company, from Diptyque. So all of those I got my 10% off. But at least with Fendi I got my double points. Right, so what have I got here? Well, this is a bag, and you may remember I did a video a few months ago when Fendi's latest collection came out, talking about some of the bags, mainly baguettes, that I just couldn't get out of my mind, and this is not one of them. This is not one of the bags I mentioned on that video. Now why is that? Well, when I saw this bag come out with that collection, I fell in love. I absolutely fell in love with it. But I didn't mention it on that video because at that point, I seriously didn't think I would be buying this bag. I thought this would be a bag that I just admired from afar, but I would never actually buy because it's not a sensible bag. It's not the sort of bag that I would normally buy. I am usually very careful, very measured, very thought out. I buy bags in neutrals. I buy bags in sensible fabrics, leather. I don't go for bags that are, I suppose, in the words of some people on YouTube, ridiculous, silly. And this is a ridiculous, silly bag. However, a couple of weeks before Christmas, I just decided that it was time I came out of my comfort zone and I bought something very different for me. So let's get into the unboxing, and then I'll tell you all the story and tell you everything around this bag. Okay, so it is in a very cute little Fendi box. There we go. I think these boxes are usually used for scarves and accessories and things, but my bag has been put in this. So let's pop it open. There it is on its bed of tissue in its dust bag, and it's quite small, so from that you might be able to guess what type of bag it is. And here we go. Right, it is the Fendi mini baguette in this beautiful burgundy sequin design, and it is stunning. I don't know whether this comes out well on camera, to be honest, until I watch this back, but in real life these are absolutely stunning. They sparkle, they are just gorgeous, and I fell in love with this burgundy one. I've always liked the sequin bags. I thought they're beautiful. I never ever saw myself with a sequin bag because I just thought they were too impractical for me. I thought they would just never work for me, and they're very bright colours, and I don't really do bright colours in handbags. The most adventurous I've got this year is obviously my fuchsia pink mini baguette, which I absolutely love, but I'm definitely embracing more colour and more texture in my handbags at the moment, and I just Never thought I would get a sequin baguette, but when I saw this, I was very, very tempted. I didn't mention it in that video as much as I liked it, because I honestly didn't think that I would probably go for it. However, the more time went by, the more I saw it, the more I looked at it on the website, the more I just saw people with their other sequin baguettes in their beautiful fuchsias, purples, lilacs, and that the more I thought I really would like to get a mini sequin baguette. I wanted to look at the large one as well, so when I had my appointment at Fendi on the day I went to Harrods, I also looked at this in the large size, well, the regular size, and that was stunning as well, but it was definitely the mini for me. It was really good to compare the two, but when I saw the mini, I knew that was the one for me. Now, as I say, I had an appointment with my amazing sales associate Valentina. She spent 2.5 hours with me at least, and I had champagne, I had macaroons. It was a lovely day, and I had a look at lots of things that I wanted to have a look at in person. All these things I'd seen on the website and I really wanted to look at in person. She even got me trying some peekaboos as well. So, you know, I tried all these bags. I tried the silver mini baguette that I know Dale has recently purchased, and that was beautiful as well. I was tempted by that one, but this was the showstopper. This was the one that I went with the idea of purchasing. I thought if I liked it, I would purchase it. As soon as I saw it, yes, I loved it. It was beautiful. However, the story, this is not the one that was there on the day, because they had one in store on the day and it was quite damaged. When you lifted the flap up, there was quite a few sequins missing from the front of the bag. So obviously I didn't want to buy that one, and they weren't happy to sell that one to me. So they said, let's find you another one and we'll send it to you. So I did, on my appointment, buy some other things which I was able to purchase there and then on the day and bring home, some other various accessories and things which again I will unbox and show you on my channel at some point as soon as I have the time. I'm not quite sure when this video will go up. I'm filming it towards the end of the first week of January, hoping to edit it and get it up at least the second week of January. But December and January are such busy months for me work-wise that it's been really hard to film and edit videos. And I've got quite a few videos I'd like to do, kind of summing up last year. As you know, lots of YouTubers do their best luxury purchases, their most used bags of the year and things like that. And I'd like to do those videos, but I just haven't had time. So I'm hoping to get some time over the next couple of weekends where I can do some filming and do some editing. But hopefully I'll get this video up fairly soon after I film it, and I will film the other video showing you some of the other things I got. But this bag, as I say, was damaged, so I couldn't purchase it and take it away there and then, but I did pay for it. I got my double points and all of that, and they did find me another one, and they said, right, we will send it to you. Now this was the Wednesday. On the Friday this was delivered to me, and I don't know what courier they used, how they did it, but there was literally a man on my doorstep holding the Fendi bag and handed it over to me. Valentina had phoned me the night before and said, are you at home tomorrow? We're going to get the bag to you tomorrow. So, you know, they were wonderful. The service was fantastic. So the story goes on. There is a small problem with this bag. As soon as I got it, I did take it out and look at it, because obviously I hadn't actually seen this bag, so I had to make sure it was okay. I took it out, I looked at it, I looked over it absolutely thoroughly, and unfortunately I noticed that just here, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see, it's so hard to see, there are some sequins missing. Now I don't know if you can get that there. I really don't know if this is going to show up on camera, but there are some sequins missing along the edge there, and there are some loose threads. Everything else about the bag is perfect. I've checked the rest of the bag over, it is perfect. I'll show you the inside. It's still got the obviously the crossbody strap. That's actually all caught up in the tissue there. Let's get the tissue out. There's the crossbody strap with the burgundy leather and the gold chain, and let's take this out. Now the interior of this bag is, look at that, a beautiful pink. Why am I suddenly all about the pink? But yeah, it's absolutely lovely. So everything else about this bag is perfect, but there are these sequins missing. Now It's really hard to notice when you sort of push some of the sequins that are already there over the side. You don't even notice it. I messaged my SA immediately and sent her some photos. She was mortified. She was, you know, if I'd have seen that, if I'd have caught that, I never would have sent it out to you. But I understand why she didn't. It is really hard to see. And the fact is, I went into some natural light. I just went over it with an absolute fine tooth comb, looking over it. And the only reason I knew to do that, I suppose, is because I'm also a YouTube viewer, and I've seen many of these be unboxed on YouTube, and I've seen some people have issues with sequins missing. I've also seen plenty of unboxings with Dale and Meredith where they've unboxed their mini sequins and their regular size sequin baguettes, and they've shown you where the sequins are supposed to go right up to the edge of the bag. That's how it's designed. There's beading around the edge, and then the sequins go right up to the edge. And obviously I noticed that there is this little gap where the sequins here do not go right up to the edge. I sent a picture of this to the YouTubers that I met up with London on our little chat, and some of them, I think, didn't immediately really know what I was going on about, because I said, oh look, there's a problem, and some of them I don't think even saw what the problem was to start with, and I had to say, oh, there's some sequins missing. It is really hard to see, but obviously they are missing. So my client advisor, extremely responsive, came back straight away. Yes, we can look at offering a replacement, or if you want to use the bag, we can repair and add those sequins back on. I said I was in no hurry to use the bag. I was happy to wait and be patient and have a replacement. Obviously, she said we can't do that until after Christmas, because this was very, very close to Christmas. And I said, yeah, that's fine, I'll be patient, I'll wait for a replacement. We spoke again after Christmas. She said there was a problem in that there was only one other one of these in the UK. It was at the Heathrow boutique, and she didn't know the condition of it. So she said, offered me the repair again. And I said, well, let's find out what the condition of the Heathrow one is first. Let's see what the situation there is. She wasn't able to contact them until after New Year, so the first day after New Year, because apparently Fendi put some sort of stop on transfers of items between boutiques in between Christmas and New Year. So she said as soon as she could on the 2nd of January she would contact them. She contacted them and she asked them if the condition of their one of these was perfect, and the answer came back no. So I don't know any more than that. I don't know what the issue with it was, but basically she didn't want to then get it transferred, and they weren't happy to transfer it knowing the condition was not perfect. So I don't know what was wrong with it, but obviously there was some issue with that one as well. I spoke to her about that sort of situation, because obviously the one in Harrods was damaged, the one in Heathrow was not perfect. This one, I think this one came from Selfridges. I think this was transferred from Selfridges, and obviously this has got some sequins missing. And she said, yeah, you know, it's just how these bags are handled in the boutique, people using them. I noticed there were other areas of concern on the Harrods one. I think that had been handled a lot. The back of that bag, the sequins all looked quite scratched. I've checked this, and as I said earlier, this is perfect in every other way, so I don't think this has been handled in Selfridges. I certainly don't think it's been handled a lot if it has, and I am happy with the rest of it. It is literally just those sequins missing there. So I asked my client advisor what other options I have now about getting a new one. I know it's in stock on the Fendi website, so I asked, are you able to get it directly from Fendi and do an exchange? And again, she said that they don't work like that. They can't do that, so they can't get one from Italy and exchange it for one in the boutique. Again, I don't know their processes. I thought maybe that was a possibility, but she said it isn't. So I can obviously return this and get a full refund, and I can take my chances and order one off of the Fendi website. I am a little bit reticent about doing that. The reason being is I don't know what condition that will come in. That might come in, you know, perfect condition and be absolutely fine, or that might come in with an issue as well, and then I have got to perhaps deal with Fendi directly, rather than having a client advisor to deal with, which is does make things a little bit easier. I know they have a returns policy. I could return it if it came with an issue. I could reorder, I could exchange it, but again, this could go on forever. I might never get a perfect one. So there's that. There's also, I noticed when I was looking on the website, been a price increase. So I literally bought this just before Christmas for one price. It's on the Fendi website now for a slightly higher price. So again, if I return this and order from the Fendi website, I'm going to have to pay more money. I know some people might not agree with me, they might do something different, that's absolutely fine. I have made a decision that I'm going to keep this piece because I know it is perfect in all other areas, and I am taking it back to Harrods and they are going to arrange to have the sequins here replaced for me. The way I look at it, yes, it might be considered a damaged item, but it's not damage as such. There's no damage to the bag. It's literally just about 4 or 5 sequins that are missing. So I have been 100% assured that they can attach sequins where they're missing and it will look brand new. So to me, yes, it needs a repair, but it's not a repair through actual damage to the bag, if that makes sense. It's a repair in that there are a few sequins missing and they can replace them. And again, I'm kind of confident with that because I know that Dale from Dale's Addiction had issues with her regular size fuchsia sequin baguette where the sequins came off, and she sent it off for repair and it came back looking amazing and looking as good as new. So I'm confident that they will reattach these sequins and it will come back looking as good as new. And as I say, because I'm happy with every other aspect of this bag, then, you know, I'm willing to do that. I know some people may at this point say, no, just send it back, get a refund, but I'd really like this bag and I don't want to take my chances with the Fendi website because once I let go of this, I don't know what the next bag will be when I receive it. I don't know, you know, it might be in worse condition, I don't know. As I say, if you kind of just push the sequins that are there already, you can't see it at all. So, you know, it is such a minor thing, but obviously, yeah, you know, I've paid a lot of money for this. I want it to be perfect. I want all the sequins to be there. So I am going back to Harrods in a few days' time. I am leaving my bag with them and they are going to be sorting that out for me. I don't quite know how long it's going to take. Obviously, you know, if I'm happy with the repair, great. If I'm not happy, then I still have the option to refund or exchange this for a different bag, or refund and then buy directly from Fendi. So I've still got that option if I'm not happy with the repair. But yes, I'm you know, regardless of that, I am thrilled with this bag. It's beautiful. Now, why did I go for the burgundy? Because this is so my colour. I've still got my burgundy Business Affinity sitting up there because I've been using that here and there over the last few weeks since I filmed my video with my Fendi Colibris in burgundy. I just love burgundy. When I had bought my Chanel Classic Flap in black and I ticked that off my wish list, my next thought was I'd like another classic flap, and the colour, it's got to be burgundy. And as it happened, I didn't go for a classic flap, I went for the Business Affinity. But I just knew that I wanted burgundy. That was the next colour I wanted. And when Fendi came out with these burgundy bags and so much burgundy in its latest collection, you know, I just loved it. And you know, there's other baguettes in burgundy which I would love, but unfortunately I can't afford all of them. But I jumped on the burgundy Colibris, I've jumped on this, and I just decided it was time for me to be ridiculous, to be different, to get a sequin bag. I know I'm not going to use it as much as I perhaps use my fuchsia mini baguette or as much as I use my blue regular size baguette, because they are Napa leather, they're more everyday, they're more you know, usable bags. I don't have to baby them at all. But I know that, you know, for special occasions and for certain occasions, this bag is perfect, and this is such a great colour for me. I do stick to, you know, browns and blacks. I'm not very adventurous with colour, but I'm starting to get more adventurous, and burgundy to me is not a in-your-face out there colour. This is a quite to me it's a colour, but it's a safe colour for me because I know that I will wear burgundy and I will be able to style this. Yeah, so, you know, I'm waffling now, but I'm just saying that, you know, when I saw this, although I've loved all the sequin baguettes up to now, I love the fuchsia one, I love the purple one, I like the blue one, I think they're all gorgeous. As soon as I saw this, I thought if I was ever going to get a sequin baguette, it's going to be in this colour. This is going to be the colour for me when I go for sequins. And yeah, so I'm really pleased with it. As I say, hopefully they can sew those missing sequins back on. They've assured me that they can do a fantastic job of that, and I won't even have realised they were missing in the first place. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, so let me know what you think. As I say, I know maybe some of you would choose to do something different. That's what I've chosen to do because I'm happy with the rest of the bag, and having seen the one at Harrods that, you know, had the scratches on the bag and had so many issues with it, I'm happy that this one has one issue and I can get that sorted. Ideally, yes, if they'd have found me a perfect one at Heathrow and it had been transferred, I would have gone up and just swapped them over, no problem. But as I say, for some reason that's not perfect either. Don't know the details. I'll ask my client advisor when I take this one back in what the issues with the Heathrow one were, and if she knows and she shares it with me, obviously I'll share that with you on my video part 2. So I'm hoping, really hoping, there will be a part 2 to this where I can show you this repaired, looking fabulous. I'm hoping part 2 won't be that, you know, the repair didn't work or whatever and, you know, I had to return it. I'm hoping part 2 will be the slightly more positive one. But I am very pleased with this. It's a beautiful bag. Look at the sparkle. These sequin mini baguettes are just stunning. They really are. You know, and yeah, I was in Fendi. I could have bought the shop up, seriously. There were so many amazing, beautiful things. If I haven't already, I'll pop some footage that I took. I didn't vlog on my day in Harrods. I tried to, it was so busy, and I was shopping as well. I was Christmas shopping too, and so it was just really hard to focus on finding the departments I needed to go to, doing my own Christmas shopping, navigating the crowds, and also vlogging. So I took a few photos and some video while I was at Fendi. You'll see some of the things I was looking at. I'll pop some photos that I took of me trying some things on. I tried the silver baguette, I tried some peekaboos. I fell in love with the burgundy peekaboo, but you know, my client advisor is very naughty. She got this burgundy peekaboo out and a navy peekaboo and said to me, just try them, and I did, and they were just amazing. And the burgundy one, oh, it's gorgeous, but I can't justify it. I've got that, I've got my business affinity, I've now got this. I can't justify a peekaboo in burgundy, but I have to say I did love the mini peekaboo. So, you know, I'll keep my eyes open for what other colours that comes out in, because that was a gorgeous bag. Really did like that. I don't know a lot about the peekaboos. It's not been a bag for me in the past. I know there's the ICU, which I think is the stiffer, more structured peekaboo. The ones I was looking at were the Celeria and the sort of softer leather ones, the calf skin ones. They were in a much softer shape. I'm not quite sure what they're called, if they're just peekaboos, but they were not the stiffer shape like the ICU. But they were the bags I really liked, and yeah, maybe one of those is in my future as well. So let me know down in the comments below what you think of my burgundy sequin baguette, what you think of my issues with it. Please subscribe and stay tuned for part 2, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate everybody watching. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye.